Imagine, if you will, a grand and mysterious mansion, its architecture more complex and labyrinthine than any ever conceived by the minds of mere mortals. This is not just any dwelling, but a metaphorical edifice that serves as the perfect analogy for the enigmatic and multifaceted nature of the human psyche. Crafted by the visionary psychoanalyst Carl Jung, this house stands as a testament to the depths and layers of our inner selves, from the sunlit rooms of our conscious thoughts down to the shadowy hidden chambers of the collective unconscious. This house, with its foundation buried deep in the bedrock of human experience, holds within its walls the shared heritage and timeless wisdom of the entire human race. As we prepare to embark on a journey through this psychic mansion, let us first linger at the threshold, marveling at the intricacy of its design and the secrets it promises to unveil. Carl Jung famously used this analogy to describe the structure of the psyche, including the concept of the collective unconscious. In this analogy, the house represents the entirety of one's psyche. The ground floor, visible to any visitors, symbolizes the conscious mind, comprising thoughts, memories, and emotions that we are aware of and can easily access. This is the part of ourselves we present to the world, akin to our everyday personality. As we move down into the basement, we encounter the personal unconscious, which contains forgotten information and repressed experiences. This is akin to a storage area for memories that are not currently in the conscious mind, but can resurface under certain circumstances. Below the basement, Jung describes a subterranean level that extends deep into the earth, which he equates with the collective unconscious. This level of the house is not personal but universal, shared by all human beings. It holds the primordial images and archetypes that are the heritage of the human race. These archetypes are innate, universal psychic dispositions that form the substrate from which the basic themes of human life emerge. The collective unconscious is a reservoir of the experiences of our species, containing the knowledge and wisdom accumulated over countless generations. This house analogy is the perfect way to conceptualize the different layers of the human psyche. It illustrates how the conscious mind is built upon the personal unconscious, and at the deepest level, the collective unconscious. The collective unconscious, then, is like the foundation of the house, invisible but essential, providing the structural basis from which our individual consciousness arises. One of the most compelling indirect evidence for the collective unconscious comes from the striking similarities found in myths, legends, and religious symbols across different cultures. Certain archetypes, such as the Great Mother, the Wise Old Man, the Shadow, the Hero, and the Trickster, appear in the folklore and stories of societies around the world, despite these cultures having no direct contact with one another. This pervasive appearance of certain archetypes across diverse cultures, often isolated from one another geographically and historically, suggests that there exists a shared psychological foundation inherent to all human beings, from which emerges a universal symbolic language expressed in myths, legends, and religious narratives. The Great Mother. The archetype of the Great Mother, representing fertility, creation, birth, nurturing, and the earth itself, appears in various guises across the world. From Gaia of Greek mythology, the Earth Mother who gave birth to the Titans, to the Egyptian goddess Isis, embodying the ideal mother and wife, to Pachamama from the indigenous Andean peoples of South America. This archetype resonates with the universal experience of motherhood and the life-giving aspect of femininity. The Wise Old Man. The Wise Old Man, symbolizing wisdom, guidance, and knowledge, recurs in countless stories and myths. This figure is often a mentor to the hero, providing crucial advice or magical assistance. Merlin in Arthurian legends, Gandalf in J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth, and even Yoda from Star Wars serve as contemporary echoes of this ancient archetype, guiding younger characters toward their destiny. In Greek mythology, the archetype of the Wise Old Man is embodied by several figures, but one of the most prominent examples is Chiron, the centaur who was known for his wisdom, knowledge of medicine, and skills in prophecy. From Native American mythology, the Wise Old Man archetype is that of Glooskap, a central figure in the mythology of the Algonquin-speaking peoples of northeastern North America. The Shadow. The shadow represents the darker aspects of the human psyche. those parts of ourselves we deny or repress. In myths, this often manifests as a dark counterpart to the hero, one who embodies trickery and deceit, challenging the gods and disrupting the order, yet is indispensable to the mythic narrative, reflecting the complexity of human nature. In Norse mythology, Loki is known for his cunning, trickery, and shape-shifting abilities, and he serves as a quintessential embodiment of the shadow archetype. He represents the darker, unconscious aspects of the personality that the conscious ego does not identify with or acknowledge. The shadow contains both negative traits and untapped potential. In Greek mythology, one shadow archetype is Medusa. Once a beautiful maiden, Medusa was transformed by Athena into a monster with snakes for hair, whose gaze could turn men to stone. Medusa represents the destructive power of rage and vengeance, and her story encapsulates themes of victimization, powerlessness, and the transformation of pain into a source of fear. As such, Medusa can be seen as a personification of the repressed anger, fear, and pain that lurk in the human psyche's shadows, only to emerge in destructive ways if not acknowledged and integrated. The hero. The hero archetype encapsulates the essence of the human spirit's aspiration towards growth, overcoming obstacles, and achieving a state of higher understanding or accomplishment. The journey of the hero is not just a narrative framework, but a metaphorical expression of the individual's path through life, facing challenges, undergoing transformation, and emerging stronger and wiser. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known pieces of literature, provides a compelling illustration of the hero's journey. Gilgamesh, a king who starts off as tyrannical and self-centered, embarks on a quest for immortality, following the death of his friend Enkidu. His journey is fraught with challenges that test his strength, resolve, and understanding of life's true meaning. Through his adventures, Gilgamesh confronts his own mortality, ultimately gaining wisdom and insight into the human condition. His story embodies the hero's quest for self-discovery and the realization that true immortality lies in the legacy one leaves behind. Hercules, or Heracles, is another quintessential hero, known for his superhuman strength and daring exploits. His most famous challenges, the 12 labors of Hercules, are imposed upon him as penance for a crime, offering a path towards redemption. Each labor pits Hercules against formidable beasts or nearly impossible tasks, symbolizing the inner battles we all face against our own flaws or the external challenges of life. Hercules' journey from a troubled soul to a celebrated hero reflects the transformative power of facing and overcoming adversity. The trickster. The trickster is a disruptor, often using intelligence, humor, and guile to challenge the status quo and provoke change. The trickster crosses boundaries, breaks rules, and communicates the ambivalence of the human condition, highlighting the transformative power of chaos and mischief. In Greek mythology, the figure most commonly associated with the role of the trickster is Hermes. Hermes, the son of Zeus and the Pleiad Maya, is cunning, clever, has the ability to move between different worlds, and has a penchant for bending rules and playing pranks. Hermes is also the god of travelers, thieves, and merchants, further highlighting his association with the fluidity and ambiguity that are hallmarks of the trickster. Anansi the spider is one of the most renowned trickster figures in African folklore, particularly within the Ashanti, Akan, culture of Ghana. Anansi is often depicted as a spider, but he can also take on a human form or a combination of both. His tales are rich with wisdom, humor, and the cunning exploits that define the trickster archetype. Anansi embodies the quintessential qualities of tricksters: intelligence, cunning, and the ability to outwit others, often through clever speech and shrewd actions. These archetypes, though varied in their specifics, underscore a collective heritage of human experience and psychological depth that transcends individual cultural or historical contexts. Their widespread recurrence points to a shared wellspring of psychic material from which all humanity draws. Jung's insight into these universal patterns not only enriched our understanding of human psychology, but also offered a profound framework for interpreting the shared dreams, fears, aspirations, and existential dilemmas that unite us across the vast tapestry of human culture. The exploration of the human psyche through the lens of Carl Jung's theory of the collective unconscious and the archetypes reveals a profound interconnectedness that binds the human experience across time and space. As we traverse the grand mansion of the psyche, from the conscious mind's sunlit rooms down to the collective unconscious's shadowy depths, we encounter the universal archetypes: the great mother, the wise old man, the shadow, the hero, and the trickster. These figures, recurring in myths and stories from diverse cultures around the globe, serve as testament to our shared heritage and the timeless wisdom embedded within the human race. These archetypes, embedded in the collective unconscious, not only shape our individual psyches, but also forge a bridge between personal and collective experiences, highlighting the universal aspects of human life and the inherent connections between all people.